afternoon. So I'm literally cooking some chicken. It's a beautiful gloomy day, and I love gloomy rainy days. It was actually like raining earlier, like really intense, and I love rainy days because there's something about rainy days that like I get just natural and like I don't know energy. I like to clean my house. I want to open all the windows and just chill with the clean house and the beautiful rain. Just, I don't know. I get energized in the rain. It sounds crazy because I know that like other people usually it's like, oh, I just want to chill, get in bed and just watch a movie. And I like doing that too, but my house needs to be clean and there needs to be something in the oven cooking. So right now I'm waiting for that to be cooked. I was just like admiring how cute my Kindle is. Like, it is so pretty. It says buy me books and call me pretty, and it has this cute heart thing with my little thing, and I have been loving the book that I am reading. Although like this is cute, like I like a natural book. Like I feel like a natural book would never, this won't beat it, just because I love to highlight. I like to write in my books and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just sitting here. I put a little bit of makeup on and I'm just enjoying. There's two little birds on like the wires outside. Like, what is it? Like the electrical wires? Is that what it is? I don't know. Whatever. The birds were kicking it. I was just looking like, oh, these are so pretty. And so, yeah. Ah! Sorry, I just seen. Anyways, I'm all over the place. But what did I say? I cut my hair short and it's in a bun right now because the girl, I don't think she understood the assignment and she cut. I'm like, why do I have something right here? She cut it. Well, I was probably being confusing. I'm not going to blame her for it, but I said I wanted layers. It was just very, like, just dry. I wanted volume. And so she gave me that. So I went to the girl that dyes my hair originally and she fixed it. So we are in the growing stage. I think I'm just gonna like let my hair grow here. I say I want long hair, but the reality of it is that I know if it doesn't have layers, it's boring. That's just the way it is. Or it has to be like really, really long. I hate that hair has to go through a process because those process sucks. And it's just with life too, girl. I hate the fact that sometimes we have to go through a process, but the process is what makes us. If we need that time of your hair looking funky for it to get past the length you want it to, and that's just in everything too, girl. So yeah, I'm training to check my thoughts and my self period. I went through it last week, and then like I want to say Sunday came, and it completely like broke off of me. I was like, okay, Lord, like we're good. We made it through, honey, because that was a challenging week. I'm not gonna lie, but I started going through it mentally, and I'm like, is there like an aftershock of like a spiritual warfare or like a spiritual attack aftershock? Because that's where I'm at. I've been having some insane dreams, some crazy dreams, and I'll think about it like all day, and then it takes me back to like the rabbit hole, like the Alice in the Wonderland, going down that rabbit hole. Yeah. And so then I'll try to be like, no, because I've been reading a lot about like how we have to retrain our minds, our thoughts, and when we have like thoughts like that, don't like get them and like throw them out right away, because when we entertain them, then it can be dangerous. And I am not gonna lie, girl, I have been entertaining some thoughts, and I'm just sitting there, and then I'm driving and like I put on my YouTube music and this is what comes on. It's just like a speed dial. No, honey. No, we cannot do that. And I really started liking Eternal Sunshine from Ariana Grande. And so she's been on repeat because I've been liking what she's saying in this song. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Ariana, is that you? Okay, but oh shoot. Okay, come on, focus on me. Come on. Oh shoot, my friend Julie's calling. Okay, so I want to be like transparent and just say that even just that, when you entertain one thought, then like I said, this comes on. And I have a girl that sounds similar to Ariana Grande. Her name is Saraya Natalia, and she's a Natalie, and she's a Christian artist too. And but I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect and I don't listen to secular music, you know. I do. And I know I have to be careful when I do, because like I said, this last week I've been going through it mentally. I've been having some crazy dreams, and I'm just like, what does this mean? I've been forcing myself into prayer, my prayer closet, and really like not feeling worthy of even being in there, because the thoughts that I've been having or the things that I've been thinking, I feel just like, man, Lord, like I keep regressing, I keep going backwards in my mind, and or I feel like stuck. And I just feel like that this week, which it was super insane, because like I said, I think it's like an aftershock, I don't know. So I started working out, and whew, that has saved my life. It really has. I'm not saying prayer hasn't, because prayer has. Prayer this last week has been, God's been really, he's patient with me, and he's so loving, and I'm just like, thank you, Jesus, because every time I feel like, without me even meaning to, I compare my relationship with my Heavenly Father with my dad's, and I know it's something I have to break too, because I know they can't even compare, honey. But the reality of it is that sometimes I feel like when I like just even think a negative thought or something like that, like I'm like, oh man, God's mad at me, or he's upset at me, or I disappointed him, and that's not who he is. Like, that's not who he is. So I have to understand that, yes, don't sit there and entertain something for too long that's not edifying to the spirit or to your own mind or your own heart, and just keep it pushing. But yeah, sometimes music doesn't help. So, and sometimes it just does, because you feel it. I've been asking God, like dig around me, dig all the weeds around me, do it. And so, yeah, he's been showing me some stuff. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Lord, like, no. But he knows better. And there's just some stuff that he still needs to take out of me, and it hurts, because I'm like, oh, but I know it's going to be for the good. Like, it has to be for the good. So just going through that process, like, it doesn't really feel so good at the time, but it's going to be for my own good. I know that, and I understand that. So this is just part of my just little struggles. You know, I sometimes just come in against my own self, and you're not like, how do I say it? Like, I always fail God. Like, I'm just never, but we're not perfect. Like, it's a war, my flesh against my spirit. Like, my spirit wants to do good. I want to serve God. I want to think, and I want to bless others, and I want to pray for others, and I want to forgive, and I do forgive. But this is the trick that I've learned, not the trick, but this is the thing that I have learned this last week of myself, is that I need to learn how to forgive myself, because I don't know how to forgive myself for certain situations that I allowed, that I gave access to, that I entertained, I even went after, whatever you want to call it. Like, I have to take accountability for what I know Alicia did, right? So that's the hard part, forgiving me for like, why, girl, why'd you do that? Like, why? Don't, just stop asking yourself why, and just, it's easy to say that right now, but like I said, it's hard to forgive myself. I'm not gonna lie. But on a better note, yeah, I think it's time to start fasting, because this one is really, really holding me back right now. Like I said, it's this whole week. It's like right after this certain thing broke off of that, just a small, it wasn't small, but it was a trial. Other people can consider it small, but for me, it was like, el mundo se me cayó. But I felt like my world fell apart. But it's, at least it's just drama sometimes, okay? But with all that said, I know like God's going to carry me through, and when he's holding on to me. It's just like he's allowing me to kind of, I feel like he is allowing me to kind of just get a little bit of like how I was when I was like dead works, dead everything. And it's just, it's kind of like, oh, I don't want to feel this anymore. Like, I just want to get this over with. But he's uprooting certain things. So a lot of forgiveness for myself. I feel like that's what I'm working on right now. And it's just such a beautiful day. So I was like, I'm going to turn on the camera and I'm just going to talk. And it was crazy because I've been having so much confirmation. So I don't know the video that I made before. I think the last one I made when I was sitting and I was just preaching to my husband and my kid while they're like cooking and washing dishes. Tell me why I went to service, and that was exactly the same scripture, the same topic that our pastor was talking about, obviously with more detail. One thing that I really loved that he mentioned in his preaching was that storm was there to distract them. Like, it was a storm that was gonna, it wanted them to get their mind off of like Jesus being on the boat, right? And like, it just was there to distract them. It wanted to stop it. And sometimes that's how our storms are, right? Where it's just, we can just get so fearful and just so overwhelmed and be like, oh my gosh, like, and the enemy wants to distract us to stop us to going to the other side. Because when Jesus made it to the other side, he delivered 2 men full of demons and he delivered them from that. So sometimes, our storms are going to try to stop us because we're going to go over to around the corner, right, just around the bed. We're going to maybe speak life to somebody else's situation. We're going to, whatever the case is, I don't know. Sometimes, this morning I had like an experience where I came across this. It's raining out here, like I said, and there was this lady and she was just like flagging me down. Like, and I was like, she was elderly. And so I stopped, and I don't know, I just felt like little things like that where God uses so many things for me. I pay attention to the little details. And so I know that like we started talking about like just, she was a little, like, she was elderly, she lived her life, she was a little wise. And so the things that she was saying and how like she lost everything. She had jewelry, she had the cars, and she said, but I know God took all that away because I was placing that before him. And I was like, whoa, like I just got up this morning and was talking about how God will dismantle whoever you put on that pedestal. He will break it down. And so it was just confirmation when it came to that. Yesterday I had another confirmation. So it's just been confirmation and confirmation through these trials, through these feelings of like, just ugliness that's still in me, hurt that's still in me. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of hurt for being vulnerable and making dumb decisions and so many things, right? Like when I tap into that feeling, it just like that, like literally, I just get down and sad and I can't, honey. Do you see the blessings that are around you? Do you see the beautiful people that are around you? How much you evolved, how much your husband has grown, like how he is like your one thing that when me and my husband split up, like when we got back together, it was like, this has to be God because there's just no way. There was no way. There was no way. There was just no way. And I know that, and he knows that. Like, there is just no way. But then, like, now I'm just like, oh my gosh. I tell my husband just randomly, like, dude, Jesus literally came in and like just hugged us back together. Like, it's just, I get so emotional because that's the stuff that I need to be focused on, not on what happened, not on anything, like any of my past mistakes. I don't want to say mistakes. I don't want to call them mistakes, but lessons. Lessons sound better, huh? Yeah, because I don't want to say, oh my gosh, I cannot, and I can never, and I can't believe it because everything that I went through, I wouldn't change it. I mean, I kind of would, but then I kind of wouldn't because I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't know everything that I know now and everything that I learned, even in my marriage and the restoration of my marriage and everything that had to take place. I wouldn't be, I just would still be in my very religion mindset. Like, okay, go to church and just do what the Bible is telling you to do instead of really understanding the relationship part where it's like, oh my gosh, this had to be Jesus. And I how do I say it? Like, I went through so much. I just wish, like I said, I wish I could talk about it, but it involves some, like, people, people that I know. Sometimes I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable or anything like that, including my kids. There's some stuff that I went through with my own kids that I'm like, I just don't, the close people to me know, but I would love to just talk about it one day, just to be able to like speak life to another mom or another marriage or another insecure woman, because I was so insecure. I was just very I always thought, I'm definitely a Disney believer, but I always thought, to be honest, like that marriage was gonna be this happy ending fairy tale. It was just gonna be perfect. Hold on. My husband came home early from work. Anyways, but I was sitting here and I literally came to a point to think that like marriage is like a happy ending and it was gonna be la princesa. Well, la princesa no le dieron atención. La princesa wasn't satisfied. La princesa became a Cinderella. And trying to serve God, it was just like I was expecting my husband to like meet my every need, which he can't, because that man did not create me. That man don't know what's going on inside me. That man can't even understand me, even if he tried. And he does really try, but he just still can't, because he's not God. So only God can satisfy me and heal me. And it came to a point where I was always trying to do it by reading the word, just reading the Bible, and just like, okay, I have to be in Proverbs 1:31. I have to wake up early. I have to do this. Like, girl, once when you come into a relationship with Jesus, it comes so natural that you don't have to try. Like, you're in training, right? So it's just the mind shift that I've been having for like the past, I want to say 3 years, going on 4, maybe 4, I don't know. But I have to really, I don't know. Like, I asked my husband, how long have we been sober? And he's like, I don't keep track, just one day at a time. And I was like, that's right, baby. Because it's true. We don't, like, I don't keep track. And I know I should, because it's like, man, but it's just like living every single day, dying to yourself into what we want and what we crave and what the flesh wants, right? But yeah, it came to a point where I really had to, God had to come. I don't know what, my hands look dark. Am I tripping? I put my husband on a pedestal and God had to dismantle that pedestal real quick. Like, I don't think so. So, yeah, that was that. But my husband came home, so I have to go home. I have to go to the kitchen and finish cooking a little bit of dinner, see if the dinner's done already, and just spend some time with him just to see how his day went. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Till next time, bye.